Should you try DragonSword Awakening if Genshin-style games usually are not for you?
I almost never play games like this.
Not because I dislike RPGs, colorful characters, or progression systems. I actually love all of those things. But this kind of anime-inspired presentation usually makes me think, this probably isn't my kind of game, and yet, DragonSword kept me playing for almost 15 hours. The first 5 were genuinely great. Its open world is easy to get lost in. There is always a hidden chest nearby, a small event waiting along the road, or a tower in the distance that reveals another part of the map. The game constantly gives you a reason to change direction and see what is around the next corner. It reminded me of Zelda, not because of the story, but because of that feeling of free exploration. You choose a direction and find your own adventure. I also really enjoyed switching characters during combat. A new hero does not simply replace the previous one. They jump straight into the fight with an attack. It looks impressive and it is genuinely useful. But eventually, the beauty of the combat became its biggest problem. Attacks flash across the screen, special moves explode everywhere, icons suddenly appear, characters move at a ridiculous speed. At some point, I stopped watching the actual battle. I was only checking where I needed to move and waiting for the next button prompt. Every fight became a bright, glowing blur. Something beautiful was probably happening inside it. I just could not see it. And once I stopped understanding the battles, they became tiring. Even weaker enemies initially took too long to defeat. An elite enemy at my own level felt almost impossible to damage. Maybe I built my team incorrectly, but that is also part of the problem. The game never helped me clearly understand its many progression systems. My inventory kept filling with loot, but most of it meant almost nothing to me. I collected item after item and rarely opened the inventory. The main story also slowed the adventure down with long conversations. Some cutscenes lasted longer than they needed to. Characters often shouted or complained, and the Korean-only voice acting will definitely be a matter of personal taste. Some quests also failed to clearly explain what they wanted me to do, and then a bug trapped me inside a giant statue. Reloading did not help. I had to search for another hole in the textures just to escape. Thankfully, I found one. After 10 to 15 hours, I had seen enough. But here is the unexpected part. I'm still glad I tried DragonSword. It did not change my taste in games, but it gave me several enjoyable evenings and proved that a game that looks completely wrong for me can still be worth experiencing. So, should you try DragonSword if you normally avoid games like this? My answer is yes. You do not have to finish it. You do not have to change your tastes or suddenly become a fan of this style. Sometimes, discovering something new is already worth your time, and maybe DragonSword will give you more than a few enjoyable evenings. Maybe it will become your new favorite, or open the door to an entire type of game you never expected to enjoy. Would you give a game 15 hours if its style initially felt completely wrong for you? Tell me in the comments, and subscribe for more short, honest game reviews.